my fellow readers. In this video I'm going to be talking about Blue Lock, a manga series of the story by Muneyuki Kaneshiro and art by Yusuke Nomura. And I have read the first 5 volumes of this series. I think volume 5 was a recent release, so this should be up to date as of March 2023. But what did I think about this? Let me read the back. I'll get into it because this is weird. Are you the world's top egoist? After a disastrous defeat at the 2018 World Cup, Japan's team struggles to regroup. But what's missing? An absolute ace striker. The football union is hell-bent on creating a striker who hungers for goals and thirsts for victory. So Blue Lock, a rigorous training ground for 300 of Japan's best and brightest youth players, is created. To survive this battle royale, the last striker standing will have to outmuscle and out-ego everyone who stands in his way. The twisted soccer sensation finally comes to print. So, yes, this is a soccer sports manga with a slight twist. Like, here's my problem, I guess, thus far. Are the stakes really that high? Like, I was expecting Battle Royale super high stakes, where they're in a life or death game situation, you know, more like Alice in Borderland, and I always want to say wrong. Alice in Borderland, right? That's the title. Anyway, I was expecting more of those stakes, but then, like, from what's described, the stakes are mainly like you get kicked out and you can't play soccer professionally. I think it was professionally too. I don't think it was like, oh, just high school soccer. I think it's that even if you really do well in high school soccer, or, you know, football, however you want to say it, you will never advance to professionals. You're wiped out. I don't know if some greater sequel will be revealed, and I did not watch the anime because I kind of, like, don't necessarily want to. But from what I've read thus far, it's just a shonen sports story, and I don't know, like, the opening of the series, the main character is at a game. I think it's the game before the championship game. But anyway, he's playing. He decides to pass to his teammate. His teammate goes for the goal. Like, he had the choice. He could have gone for the goal or passed to his teammate. And to be a good team member, he passed to the teammate. Instead, the teammate misses the goal. They lose the game. And when he gets the invite to Blue Lock, I think he was kind of at a point of, does he continue this path or not? And he's one of the worst ranked players, apparently, there. And he's got to learn to, in the words of their main trainer, game runner? This dude doesn't really train them. They have to form the ego that a striker needs. And so he especially needs to develop his ego and go for this shot. It's interesting and so shonen as well that it's not just that. Like, each of the players unlock their own special ability. So he has the ability to, like, see the play of the game, the layout, and, like, what will happen at choices and what people's abilities are. So he can kind of direct on which plays to take, which I guess is good. And then other ones, like, you know, it'll be like their speed or their kick power or what have you. I don't know. Like, it's kind of, it's very over the top. It's, like, overly dramatic for the fact that they're playing a sports game. Like, you know, sometimes people act like sports is, like, life or death. Well, this is, like, yeah, like, take that even higher. But I'm like, is the stake literally just that they can't play professionally? Because I gotta tell you, there's a good chance that most of them would never play professionally anyway, since, so, it's, only, like, a certain amount get onto the teams. But also, is if only one of them is going to win Ace Striker and be invited to join Japan's team, are we just going to miss like a generation of players that would be making the teams and playing professionally? Like, just, there's not just one team. Like, I'm assuming Japan has their professional football teams and that they play against one another and have their own championship, and then the players get chosen from those teams and go to pick the national team. That's what I'm assuming, because that's how we do things in America, so I'm assuming it would be the same in Japan. And I'm like, so are you going to miss a bunch of players that would be playing professional because they didn't win Blue Lock? So then are you stuck with players that didn't even get to attend Blue Lock who are going to play the professional leagues? Question mark. Like, I'm very confused about this, okay? I'm just going to say I'm very confused. And I get that they had to make the stakes high for the kids so that they'd want to push themselves to win and be the best player. But it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me. And maybe it's going to get darker or something further on. I don't know. But by the time you get to the 5th Blue Lock, there's more that's revealed about the system and the place. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I almost bent my book. Don't get me wrong. It's interesting. But I also feel like it's trying too hard to do too many things. Like, it's trying to take these high stakes of, like, an Alice in Borderland without actually having those high stakes. At this point, like I said, maybe something changes or gets revealed, and it's a darker twist, and suddenly it's more like a Soylent Green or, like, a Giver situation where they say the people lose, but really they're taken out. Like, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. But, I don't know, like, it's where we are now. They talk like the stakes are higher than they appear to be. But again, they also kind of pull in from regular, like, fighting shonen. They pull in, like, the abilities that you unlock. And then from, the sports manga side, there's the underdog that's going to fight to be the winner. And I'm like, maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much, or at least too much for me, because I'm just like, I almost want to roll my eyes. Like, it's so ridiculous. But I don't know, who knows? Maybe it'll turn and there will actually be darker stakes. It is kind of fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It was kind of fun. And I did continue on. So it's fun. But I'm just like, is there more to it than just this? Or is this literally it? That was my feelings. And I don't know, maybe I'll end up like, I don't know how far the anime goes. So I'm like, will I be spoiled if I go further? Not that I mind spoilers, but I'm like, or am I already ahead of the anime? I don't know. I could see this actually being, like, the first 5 I could see being like a first season because of the reveal that happens at the end of 5. But I don't know, because I haven't watched it. And maybe I'll consider watching it, but I don't know. The premise is so wild. I'm just like, it's not that deep. I guess if you are really passionate about playing the game, then those stakes would feel life or death. Because if it's like all you ever wanted and somebody could take that all away from you, like, it definitely would seem life or death. But I also just feel like that's not a good plan on Japan's half, to be like, no, you can never play again, because you'd be losing out on a lot of good players who could develop further as they continue to play, especially having gone through the trauma of Blue Lock. So I don't know. That's my very basic thoughts on Blue Lock. I think it's kind of fun. It is crazy how it, like, combines the different elements into one sports manga. But, yeah, I don't know. It's fun. If you want to give it a try, if you like sports manga and anime, if you like abilities, special hidden abilities, and you like high stakes games, then you can give it a try. See if you enjoy it. I did find it fun. Like I said, it was fun. So there you go, Blue Lock. That is it for this video. Until next time. Bye.